In this episode, I'm going to tell you why you should have a trading framework. So one of the ways I describe trading to my friends who generally don't know a lot about this is through an analogy with tennis. All right, so suppose you decided to take up tennis, right? You find a friend who also wants to play, you go down to the local tennis courts, you have a hit around, you decide you like it, you go and play for your club. And then you go there and you play there Saturday mornings with all your friends from the club. Eventually, you get good enough and you start playing against other clubs, and then maybe you play for your city, and then your country maybe, and then you get to go to the Grand Slam, right? Now trading. Trading doesn't have beginner markets, it doesn't have novice markets or just markets for people who are a little bit interested in it. It has just one market. And so, when you go to the sort of the trading arena, to the trading court, you're right from the sort of like first go, you're trying to return a serve from Roger Federer, right? And so that's why it's so tricky. I mean, you've got to put yourself in those shoes. You're a novice trader, you step onto the court for the first time, and someone's just serving at you, like a pro. And you've got to ask yourself, how many times do you have to have a go at this before you can return Roger Federer's serve? And the point I'm trying to make here is trading's really like a skills-based game. It's kind of like, almost more like a competition than a job. And so, bringing this back to the discussion I wanted to have about a framework. So, when you're thinking about your trading, right, you need a framework that helps you to understand the market in so many different ways. But nothing's free in trading. You might have tools or types of charts or whatever, that allows you to understand like bigger time frame things all the way down to small time frame things, which is what I do, right? And what most of us here at Axia do, or all of us here at Axia do. And that allows you to, understand in the market and create ideas and then execute those ideas. And, that's the framework that really allows you, this complete picture. But what is really key is not just like having those things there, it's actually having skill in each one of those areas, right? You could think of each different type of chart as a tool, but it's not just enough to have a tool or even just to put a couple of indicators on the tool. In fact, I don't even use any indicators at all aside from volume pretty much. And so, there's no such thing as like free answer. You can't just put a trading indicator on and go, oh, okay, I've got to do this. It's more about having like skill and practice and being a master of really understanding and deciphering when these charts or tools or whatever it is are, telling you something. And so that's what it's really about. So this is why it's important to have this framework of how you look at the markets and then just become really, really good at doing that, right? And that is not necessarily through making it more complicated. Like I said, I'm not really a user of indicators, but of like understanding and getting experience and skill in those markets, finding your patterns that fit within that framework. And that's why that's really key, because it's being more skilled than the other person. Taking us back to that tennis analogy, you've got to get up to a skill level near Roger Federer to start hitting his serves back. And at that stage, you don't need an amazing tennis racket, you just need skill with your tennis racket, right? And it's that framework then and that skill with that framework that allows you to be a good trader. So anyway, that's it from me today. Please like and follow Axia on all your favorite social media. And if you're interested, go and check out elitetraderworkshop.com, where you'll get introduced to Axia's framework, and then you'll see what sort of courses and things that Axia has to offer that can help you develop those skills. All right, that's it from me. We'll see you guys next time.